Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. We are back. It's another Monday, and we're going to continue playing Lufia Part 2. We finished Part 1 a while ago, and so we've moved on to this prequel, technically. If you are behind, feel free to catch up over on YouTube. There's tons of playlists from episode 1 to current, so feel free to check those out. So today, kind of at the last minute, I decided to multi-stream again. So I've been kind of up in the air about it for several reasons. I'm on an older computer with only 3 gigs of VRAM, and so things can be hard to run at times. OBS takes a lot of VRAM, and games, especially newer ones, take a lot of VRAM as well. And I guess I shouldn't say just newer games, because I've gotten to a point now where it's sometimes hard to play Skyrim and Fallout 4, because I guess they've upgraded and updated it, and now it requires more VRAM. So go figure, right? So the other reason is transcoding, particularly over on Twitch. It's not really a problem on YouTube. So if I multi-stream, I have to kind of use Restream, because it kind of goes through, I guess, their servers in a sense. So it makes it a little bit easier on my computer. Problem is, Twitch doesn't always transcode me. Because I'm affiliate and not partnered, I am not a priority, basically, when it comes to transcoding. But we lucked out today. Thank you, Twitch. So the alternative when they don't transcode you is there's an OBS option to basically use your computer to transcode for you. You're only given 3 options as far as quality goes, but it's better than nothing, right? You know, that was a nice setup. The only downside is I can't use that setting on OBS if I am using Restream. I think I can do it if I'm using ATEM, but then that requires more VRAM, and then I have an issue. So I'm kind of using Restream at the moment, and I can't use that transcoding setting, because it only pops up if you are connected to Twitch specifically. So lack of VRAM and transcoding is one reason why I've been streaming mainly on Twitch. I'm also monetized on Twitch. I don't foresee us ever getting monetized on YouTube. The requirements are very steep, and from what I hear, they are once again raising them, making it more difficult. Not to mention, everything is copyrighted. You know, you play a game, music you can't take out of the game, it's copyrighted, so you can't monetize it. So it's like, I don't see a point in being monetized on YouTube if I can't be monetized anyways. So it's like, we'll be monetized on Twitch, and we'll just have, you know, uploads and whatnot on YouTube. And if people want to financially support me or the channel or whatnot, they can either do it on Twitch, or they can just click on that donation link and donate that way. So on Twitch, you have a little bit more options. On YouTube, you just have the donation link. So if you're looking for ad-free viewing, if you're looking for emotes and sub badges and whatnot, Twitch is probably going to be your platform. If you're looking for guaranteed transcoding, YouTube will be your platform. So, anyways, I hope you like the background. I was just kind of fooling around, and I took a picture. So my office is kind of my closet. Okay? And so I took a picture of both sides of the closet, and I had AI transform it to look like a streaming room. And so this is what it kind of came up with for the back of the room. And it did kind of change the clothes a little bit that was back there to, I guess, follow the whole blue kind of theme. And I do kind of like the neon sign behind my head here. I need to change my camera around here. We'll leave it the way it is for now. I'll figure it out later. But I like to have the thing switched so that when I'm pointing over here, I'm actually pointing at the chat right now. Okay, and it's mirrored, so it's going the other direction. So it's like I have to either flip it or reprogram myself. So at the moment, we're going to leave it like this, and I'll work on it off stream. But anyways, so this is what it kind of came up with. And then the front looks pretty nice too. If you swing over to Facebook, I have my cover picture over on Facebook is the front where the actual monitors and stuff are. And it did that, and I'm like, that looks pretty nice. Maybe one day I'll have the money to actually make the closet look that way. It would be nice. So that is a goal. We're going to try to grow enough to make enough money to remodel the closet into a better looking stream studio with a nice neon sign somewhere behind me. There's even some plants and whatnot, as you can see, kind of similar to the front. And matter of fact, it even made my computer look like a newer computer. I wish it was a newer computer. It'd probably run better. But anyways, just thought it would look nice as a background. So, all right. So we're going to play Lufia 2 today and tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, we're going back to Fallout New Vegas, which we're in Mount Zion right now doing the Honest Hearts DLC. And in the future, as you probably saw, we have a anniversary coming up. Woohoo! So be 6 years as an affiliate on Twitch. So we got our affiliate status back in 2020. It's technically would be on the 15th, but we're going to do a anniversary stream on the 13th, which is Sunday. And I plan on doing a longer stream than I usually do, and that's one reason why it's on a Sunday. It'll probably start in the morning. I'll give a exact time as we get a little bit closer to that date. Keeping that in mind, feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already. That is like my central hub for all kinds of information, links, pictures, videos, communication. That's the main place right there. Most of the time we'll post everything there, and then from time to time I'll do the same with other platforms, but Discord is like number one. Of course, you can also check into, Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days. And then, of course, I got Instagram and TikTok for shorter videos, clips, and whatnot. And then, of course, YouTube. One thing cool about YouTube is they actually have a community tab or a post tab where I can now post, pictures, videos, comments, updates, whatever. I could post all kinds of stuff there and communicate with the YouTube community, sort of like Discord. And so that's pretty nice. Maybe one day Twitch will add that to theirs as well, but Twitch is more of an online kind of community, whereas YouTube is kind of mostly offline, I guess you could say. But it is still a pretty good way for creators to communicate with their viewers and followers when they're not live, is basically the thought process behind it. All right. So unless somebody creates an extension or something for Twitch, it'd be nice if they would add that on. Okay. So also keep in mind for the anniversary, what games would you like for me to play? Keep in mind, I got 3 gigs of VRAM. However, I do have PlayStation 5 and Remote Play. At some point, I'll probably make a little list of games that I currently have, but I also kind of would like suggestions on what y'all are into and what you've been watching and would like to see. I do play mostly RPG games. Um, a lot of older ones because it runs on the computer, but some newer ones, you know, as I'm able. I got some newer ones over on PlayStation that we could also play. And check out the post tab over on YouTube because I got a bunch of polls there as well. Feel free to vote and whatnot. But anyways, let's play the game. Enough yip yapping. All right, I'm gonna adjust my volume. It is loud in my ear. I always have to go up and down with volume because these retro games are usually a lot louder, and then when you go over to a Bethesda game like Fallout or Skyrim or something, it's usually really, really quiet, and so then you have to turn the volume all the way up. So it is what it is, right? Okay, so turn on my handy dandy controller here. Let's see, we have picked up Artie, or I call him Artea. His name is actually longer than that. I guess they decided to put it short on the menu. It's actually Artea, I think. And so on this menu, they changed it to a Y for some reason. Maybe it was a translation thing. I don't know. So this is supposed to be a prequel to the first game. And the end of this game is supposed to be the beginning of the first game. So in a sense, we've already partially played the end of this game, in a sense. Although when they made this one, they did make a lot of changes and kind of updates. So it's definitely going to look a little different. One, Artie there did not have a sword and shield in Lufia 1. He used bow and arrow. He was an elf, an archer. In this, they gave him a sword and shield and said he was a good swordsman. Doesn't really make sense. He's not a swordsman, or not supposed to be. Same thing with the Salon there. I call her Celine sometimes. She, in the first one, was basically a mage. Powerful magic. In this one, she has powerful magic. She's holding a staff like she's a mage, but they refer to her as a great warrior and swordsman. Really? So they made some changes. And we even have little capsule monsters that travel around with us and try to help us out as well. So there definitely was some good improvements to the game. Don't get me wrong. The menu is a lot better. They actually gave you a sort button, although it's not perfect, but it is better than what was in the first game. So we had to deal with Amon, one of the Sinistrals. And one of the female elves sacrificed her life to kind of beat him temporarily. He ended up fleeing or whatever. And so she sacrificed her life to kind of protect us. So now we are at a point where we have submarine. We got to go get the submarine and go underwater. We got to find Dual Blade. Which is funny because I think Dual Blade was underwater the last time in Lufia 1. Hello, Optic Love. How are you? But that being said, I think we also need to do some leveling. Leveling up here. My computer is probably bugging out here. I adjusted my volume on my headset, and so the media player thing popped up on my screen with the volume thing, and it's not wanting to go away. I'm not sure what it's doing. Okay, it went away. Like I said, 3 gigs of VRAM. It's probably mad at me right now. We do need to do some leveling up. Get ourselves a little bit stronger. We got a good amount of money here. I think we got all the gear we can get. Crazy Blade. It would be good, but it's an evil knife. We need to get Curse Lifter before we can do that. Light armor. It's stronger, but it has no special abilities. So that's probably why I have not bought that for him yet. This restores hit points fully and raises her defense a little bit, but the silver robe heals everybody, so that's kind of why I chose the silver robe. I'm gonna assume there is a magic store here. Oh. Okay, we got all we can get here. Now, that being said, let me see something. Here, we're gonna go to Forfeit Island. So the cool thing about Forfeit Island is everything you've ever bought or found or whatever, sold, comes here. So it's really good if you're wanting to level up your capsule monsters. This is probably the place to go. I wish they had a curse lifter, though, but I only found it in the ancient cave, and I never sold one, so that's probably why. Capsule monster. You want a gold shield? Let's check out. We haven't leveled up Fumi here. Light armor. Now we gotta scroll all the way down to find some light armor. Light armor. And come over here and feed. And now he wants a bracelet. Glass ring. You have glass rings here? Not sure if I've ever bought one. Yep, right here. Maybe he'll level up. What do you think? Yep, there it is. Gonna be a big Fumi. Yep, an even bigger Fumi. Now he wants a bronze sword. So he's a class 3. He's neutral. He's now Fumi large. He got that Fumi punch in the headbutt. He's at level 17. I think they do have other stores you can go to, but I don't think they have anything we need. The item store. Sure, it would be nice if he had some curse lifters, but I don't see any curse lifters. 10 to 1, that's probably an item you're only going to find in like treasure chests or something. It's probably going to be rare. So the thing we can do here is we can try to build up our capsule monsters using how much money we have. Or is it in this town? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's in this town. Or we can go down here to the casino. And we can exchange our money for coins. And the more coins we get, the cooler stuff that we can buy. Like the Dragon Blade. I don't think that's going to be effective. The bunny suit. Wow, the bunny lady. And a bunny sword. Now that would be more effective. Goes with a bunny suit and is decorated with rabbit pictures. Now will it change her appearance? Looks like Artie can wear it too. Will it change her appearance if she wore it? Calls the thunder monster to your aid. Huh. Use this in caves. Treasure chests that are not yet open will emit a sound. Use its magic to attack enemies. Now we have 13,000 coins. We can't even get the magic lamp. It's going to take a lot of money. And you'll lose your coins if you play the game. So it's really smarter just to go out and fight and make money and then turn it into coins instead of trying to get coins by playing those games. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're gonna go back to the dragon here. Or the dragon-like thing, the big shield. Winged lizard. What shield was that? Was it round shield? I'm getting old. Big shield. There is a round shield. We want the big shield. Where are you, big shield? See, there's the round shield. Big shield. A glass, however you say that. A glass helmet. Glass headgear. Doesn't sound like a good idea to me. There'd be some strong glass. Didn't go up very much. That's another one. Iron plate. So yeah, if you're at a park a place where you have already gotten all the gear you need, so you don't really necessarily need the money, then this is probably a good idea. Strengthen your monsters. Because they can be kind of useful at times. Not all the time. Maybe if we get this bronze sword, he'll level up. There it is. What will he look like? Like a big dragon. Alright. So, we have leveled him up as far as we can go, as far as class 4 goes. He has to eat a certain fruit to be mastered. We'll probably have to Google that one, because I have no idea, and they don't really give you any of those kind of hints in this game. It's like a trial and error kind of thing. Matter of fact, I can look it up. I'm gonna use my phone, that way I don't open up another tab. So it says, you must level him up to his class 3 winged lizard form, revert him back to his second form, ensure he is not hungry, and feed him a charm fruit. So we are supposed to change him to 2, which is the winged lion. Wait a minute here. It says to involve him, you must first level him up to his class 3. That's the winged lizard. Now, see, the funny thing about this is it said level him first to winged lizard, okay? Revert him back to class 2 form, which is the winged lion. Ensure he is not hungry. Well, the only way to make him not hungry is to level him up to 4. So they should have said just level him up to 4 and then revert him back to 2. Do we have a charm fruit? We do. Alright, we're going to save. Thank you, emulator. Just in case Google's wrong. You never know, right? It says, So Google is wrong. It says, to evolve Blaze into the ultimate master form, you must first level him up to his class 3 winged lizard form. Okay? Revert him back to his class 2 form. Ensure he is not hungry and feed him a charm fruit. Well, he's not wanting to eat the charm fruit. So let's try a different guide. AI is wrong in this case. Grow advanced blades level 3 in the same way you did Gel Z or whatever. Not recommended, but if it is possible, keep fighting in the Ruby Cave until you get at most 64 B rocks from the says feed him a charm fruit in his wing lizard form. So the AI kind of screwed that up a little bit. So let's change him back to 3 and then feed him the charm. There we go. So now he's a firebird. Awesome. All right. Now that we did that, let's go to Sully, our giant. What does Sully want? A gold shield. Can we buy gold shields from here? Nope, I have not sold any yet. Alright, then we'll change our capsule to Gusto, our winged horse. What does he want? He wants a B-Rock. A Platy shield. I'm not sure if I've ever even bought one of those. Nope, we have not bought those yet. A rock helmet. What's another one? Like some rock helmet. a long road. There's a regular road. There it is. Mystery ring. I don't think we can buy that. I don't usually sell the rings unless I have duplicates. Oh, look at that. There it is. Another rock nugget. Bladed cloth. Bronze sword. I wonder what the Cupid's gonna look like. Bladed cloth again. We're almost there. Ooh, one more. Tight turban. I don't think we've ever had a tight turban. Tight helmet. I don't see a tight turban. A regular turban. Well, let's buy a tight helmet and see what happens. We're right there at the edge. He really wants that turban. What about some silver mail? Lion Fang. There we go. Trixie is now an angel. I think we did her in the ancient cave. When do we have to change to? I still have it on my phone. Feed him a dark fruit in his sprite form. Is that one. But I don't think I have a dark fruit. No, I don't have a dark fruit. So, put him back there. And then we'll change the Fumi. What does Fumi want? Bronze sword. Level up our monsters here. That way they're a little bit more useful. Eagle Rock. I don't have any, but I think I probably have sold some. Let's find out. Probably all the way at the bottom here. Eagle Rock. And now he wants a horse rock. What is he, a rock biter? A long robe? I know we can buy that one. Although we're getting low on money. That'll be the last thing we buy. Another Eagle Rock. Alright. We can do our healing, or we could try out our Firebird here. Alright, let's go check on our submarine here. Exurian's been remodeled. You can submerge by pressing the R button while at sea. By the way, I didn't catch your name, young elf. I'm Artea is what I call it. I'm Lexus. I'm sorry for the use. I never thought the lab could cause such a muck. As long as you understand that, it's okay. Besides, you solved the problem. Well, that's the least I can do. Maxim, what happened to Amon? Seems like he went back under the sea. People in this city also saw the ball of light go under near Marnin. That might have been it. I see. Marnin's west of the sea. Maxim, it's all up to you now. I know. West. Is that it? Wow, that wasn't very far. All the sealed misfortune in the South Shrine has started to run amok. But why and why now? It's as if someone has broken the seal. Does it have anything to do with that ball of light? Light. Alright, so red saber, a halberd, crystal wand, and a mist rapier. Oh, there's the Plati armor. We're gonna need to make some money, guys. All manner of past misfortune remains locked up in the South Shrine. Ever since that ball of light sank into the sea near the shrine, things have changed. Monsters have begun marching in the shrine. Let's hope there's no misfortune afoot. The South Shrine's been there forever. I hear it holds legendary things, but nobody's seen them. I heard of a legendary sword inside, or maybe it was a map that shows where the sword is. If I lift the curse, will I keep the weapon at the church? I saw a ball of light blast into the sea near the South Shrine. That ball of light often flies around here. It's spooky, you know. I went to the South Shrine to explore once. Do you want to know about it? Yes. That shrine's unusual. The rooms smell like the sea, and you can even hear the waves crashing. The shrine south of this city was always spooky, but it's even spookier nowadays. I hear screams and moans every night. It scares the daylights out of me. The sealed shrine of past misfortune is south of the city, but someone locked the door. Nobody's allowed inside anyway, so the lock doesn't matter, but something bothers me. I hear monsters moaning inside the shrine. I hope that doesn't spell danger. It almost always spells danger. I've heard moaning from the shrine recently. It's so frightening I can't get out of bed. Well, you're out of bed now. The research center in Portravia isn't dumping ooze into the sea anymore. I was so mad, you know. We even found ooze right here, but no more, I suppose. The entrance to the South Shrine suddenly crumbled. It's old, so I wasn't surprised. Okay. Well, let's go for a walk. We're gonna need to stay at the inn. I did not pay attention to their magic. He's got to leave, so him. Wasn't too long of a walk. Yeah, we can't get over it. We're gonna have to definitely submerge in the ocean to get to this round. Burning rain. They're back. Chickens are back. It's stronger, but this is a bow, so it hits multiple attackers. And I'd rather him have a bow, honestly. Got 3 of these. I don't think I really have anything to sell. We got a big T-Rex. Got him. Oh, come on, Sully. Let's just charge. See how the money is in the seat. Bulk fish and a killer whale. Now we got the big guy. Nope, not anymore. Experience is okay. Money is okay. 9,000. I think it's about the same as it is in land. But you know, we're always fighting on land. Let's have some sea battles. Current is what it's called. Two white whales. Let's see, 449, 452, but we want to keep them with the bow anyways. Holy or Aqua. Silk Robe has no special abilities. This one at least does. That's a shame. There's some gold. Well, if I sell it, then we can buy it at that place. So maybe it'd be a good idea to sell it. Ah, oh, missing 400. I'll be back in a few minutes.
that shine once, now it follows me home. Your smile echoes in my mind like feet in the hallway. I turn, then I turn back, still hearing your name. And I try to shake it off, but it stays on my tongue. Every little thing you do hits me all at once. Your skin glistens in the sun. Your smile echoes in my mind. I keep on reaching, you keep on glowing. Your skin glistens in the sun. I saw your shadow on the wall by the cracked front mirror. Then I felt that old pull, like a hand on my sleeve. You laughed and the whole room fell out of rhythm. Now every quiet hour turns back to you and me. And I try to act brand new, like I'm old on a spell, but your name hits hard in a half-empty cell. Your skin glistens in the sun. Your smile echoes in my mind. I keep on reaching, you keep on glowing. Your skin glistens in the sun. Maybe it's the way you move through the day, like the world bends open when you pass my way. If you call me once, I'm gone in a blink. I can't outwalk what you make me think. Your skin glistens in the sun. Your smile echoes in my mind. I keep on reaching, you keep on glowing. Your skin glistens in the sun.
All right, we are back, as well as the game. We have a few more things we should be buying here, and then we're going to continue on the journey. I wonder if you fight underwater in this. I don't think you did in the first two. Oh, let's just charge them. Let's see if we fight underwater. I don't think you do. Unicorn and she vipers. Pretty big drop for Maxim there. What do we have on? Like, got no special abilities at all. There was no magic store here, so I'm not worried about buying magic at the moment. I am kind of curious. I'm gonna go back to the Elven town here. Wrong person. The Crazy Blade is not stronger than what they got, except for Artea there, because he's using a bow anyways. All right, we're not gonna worry about it. All right. That's where the bridge was. Looky here, we have a hole. Yes, we gotta go upstairs. Alright, we got some switches. Door's locked. This door's not locked, so this is the entrance. Okay. Dragon. You leave my Firebird alone. All right. That's probably definitely a T-Rex. Yep, two T-Rexes. Still alive. They got some hit points. Surprise attack. got some downstairs and some upstairs. My eyes, huh? I don't like the sound of that. Man. Alright, we're gonna try downstairs first. Oh, that didn't work. Oh. I'm blind as a bat. I'm not sure what the color of the switch has to do with what. So, it looks like we can put these here. Well, we got the key. We can't go this way. There's the door. There's the door with the key. Brian. probably this game's version of Holy. Heal armor. Stronger. Really restores hit points. Restores hit points of each member of your party by 25 of user's maximum. Okay, I don't think there was anything there except for the dragon. There's up there. Wee. That. Dramatic. Bird learned something. Inferno. Guess we're gonna have to use our bombs here. Not the right button. There we go. Now we can fight the dragon. And done. Oh, we need to fix that ladder. We have a teleporter that probably takes me up there. We've already been up there. Ha ha ha, sneaky. You gotta pay attention in this game. There's that way. We can't get to that side yet. Probably here in a little bit. Dullahan, or Haiti Chariot, they call it in this We got an evil jewel. Mysterious jewel with evil power trapped inside it. Somebody really good. Bright armor. Right. Restores HP of each party member. Look at that. I'm gonna give that to him. That to him. I didn't see any other suspicious looking areas. Creative, aren't they? Absorb some magic from him, and then you're gonna cast something. Maybe he doesn't have any magic. Wizards. They should have magic. There we go. All right, Firebird. Or Blaze, I guess is his name. The carpet without wrinkles goes well with this room. Wow. All right, what's up? What will we face next? I feel the energy. Odious humans, I detest them. This is a form of energy, the energy of sheer hatred. A totally negative power. Why is such a thing floating around here? I sense some kind of power has drawn it into this world. That could be... detestable humans. Detestable demons. sense. Heals but doesn't magic yet. He's not really fighting. I had to say something. Odious. I hate. Hey, isn't it still alive? No, the energy forms are all broken. I wouldn't let it suffer any longer. Oh, hovering entities, be released from suffering. Bless the entities with the sacred energy. Have they been put to rest? I just help them. They can be truly rested when they understand the sacred truth. Sacred truth. Alright, so we're going to go back down here. Get our free healing. First bow. Weaker. A bow which lies under a curse laid by an elf a long time ago. I mean, that's pretty much it. Can we, like, escape out of here? way to avoid enemies is to be underwater. Iris, why are you here? I was waiting for you. Waiting for me? Yes, I wanted to ask you something. Well, if it's okay, I'd like to be alone with you. It's not okay. I didn't ask you. I asked Maxim. I said no, so the answer is no. You don't trust Maxim? Is that it? Is the bond between you so weak? That's not true. Why don't you prove it to me? What? South across the ocean stands the city of Dural. The Tower of Truth is west of the city. There you can see the truth. I'll be waiting if you have the courage. Come see me. Who does she think she is? Iris seemed different. Definitely not her usual self. Do you know her that well, Maxim? You're quite the flirt. No, it's not like that. Maxim, are you by any chance? Not you too, Salon. Don't be silly, okay? He's not being silly, Maxim. People can change, you know. Artea. He just added fuel to the flames. Deep. Elle's jokes are really deep. Maxim, we're heading for Derail. Alright? Nowhere else. Okay, okay. So if I go equipped, he is now cursed. If I go lift, to remove curse from Artie, you must pay money. Artie's bow. So it was his bow. He said nothing. Okay. You can use this to attack all enemies at once. Protects you from enemies' mirror spell. Guess we can save it while we're here. I do not sense an evil aura from the shrine anymore. That's a relief. South Shrine's been there forever. I hear it holds legendary things, but nobody's seen them. Maybe it was a map that shows where the sword is. Nope. It was a bow. South Shrine is whole again. You resealed it. I can sense it. Derail Village lies south over the sea. West of Derail is a tower that radiates the truth. So you saw the Lady Traveler. She's been looking for you forever. What did you talk about? There's only this city and the South Shrine on this island. It's so rural. When I was little, I wanted to be a warrior too, but I look at you and I know I couldn't have. Is anyone going to fix the South Shrine? I don't hear the screams and moans at night anymore. Now I can get some sleep. So you folks sealed the misfortune in the shrine. Great power indeed. You went to the South Shrine, really? Tell me about it. We need to go south. I don't have a map. What's this? There it is. Wasn't so hard to find. This Irish woman is in the West Tower. It was years and years ago, but I went to the Tower of Truth once and stood in front of the mirror. I stood in front of it thinking about a certain man. Did I see myself? We're still together. My wife forced me to the Tower of Truth once when we were young. I thought she'd kill me if I didn't show up in the mirror, so I tried to think of only her, see? Where did my husband go anyway? He better not have stopped off in another town. Stopped off in another town. Shot. Silver sword. Heavy lance, silver rod. Bree's bow should definitely be weaker than his bow. I need more money, so let's sell. I've never once left this village. I'd love to see other lands of this world before I move on. There is a mirror atop the West Tower that reflects the true self. It won't reflect liars. Destroy and zap. I can't afford zap. Only one person can use it. Well, I guess we'll be doing a little bit of money making here. The lady in the back looks really down. Is there anything wrong? Hey, would you play with me? Cider! I hear the famed cider, Tablos, is finally ready. In the kingdom over the sea to the east, even the royal family enjoys Tablos. I'd love to try it. The sun is still up and I'm having cider. Is this bad? Well, it's so good I can't help it. Hey young man, who's that beauty next to you? Lucky fellow. I did in the West Tower with my boyfriend. Did we see ourselves? He's not on my arm, is he? Alright, what kind of enemies are on this island? The same. Poisoned. Haven't had to do that in a while. Alright, we're going back to the sea. Not too hard to make money, especially at this point in the game. It adds up fairly quickly. There's the tower. Oh, did I kill all the monsters? What to say? $65. We can still get him destroyed. Alright, so now we just need one zap. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, let's go get zapped. Alright, we got all the magic. What I got left? 587. We'll use that to stay at the inn, and then we'll go to the tower. It's cheaper than the last place we stayed at. The Tower of Truth. We have a door over here, and we have a hole. Okay, so we got a switch we have to push before we can really do anything here. Oh, fun. I take it this opens this door. Alright, so that's the biggest one. There we go. Hydra. Nope. Looks a lot similar to Fry. Not all that much different. I doubt seriously I can reach it from here. walk all the way around. Nothing to blow up. Just wanted to make sure. Now I get to open this door. That one. Door there. A surprise attack. Do re mi. Oh shit. That's not good. Confusion is not good. They are all asleep. This far in the game, we should not be able to get confused. Especially if I can't do the same thing. Yeah. And we got lucky there. Luckily, they're hitting them and not us. Even though they're confused. Got a rock. Song rock. Attack enemy with a song. Apparently only girl and Artie can use it. No, Artie cannot use it. So only Celine or Salon can use it. But it's weaker. So we're not going to. Alright, so it looks like we can only come back this way. It's a trap. Hedora Rock. Raises magic resistance. Lets you do Hedora attacks. Triple attack. Oh, defense though. I don't think it was good for everybody. No! Alright, we got this. I don't know if that is a purpose or... Alright, so we have those, and then... Now we can just keep going. Alright, now let's do one floor at a time. Surprise! Give me a second. I just said all that and the microphone was mute. So I get to say it again. Life is busy when you're a parent. It really is. But anyways, that's all the time I have. But I thank y'all for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, make sure you hit the follow or subscribe buttons, depending on where you're at. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Lufia and then Fallout New Vegas Wednesday and Thursday. Have a good one.